working away. Neymar, he was certainly in, the chance was there, but credit has to go to the defender, Lee.
Well, part of the defensive job, put players off doing their job. That's what they do there. It's an effort in the end, but...
Action and packed display of sportsmanship over the course of the last 2 weeks. We've had players who have played from FIFA 20 to Valorant to PUBG. It's been nothing short of amazing. There's a prize pool of $10,000, which 4,000 will be going to PUBG and 2,000 to FIFA 20. And today we are about to go into another week of full action sports and the most amazing display of gaming you could see on the continent. All this will be impossible without our sponsors, Nilaya Sports Management, HP, Lagos State Government, Ogun State Government, and of course my X3. I remain Kofrola Badnos, but you can call me Case Bleak, and I want to officially welcome you to this week's broadcast. Before we go further, we would like to take you down memory lane of all the actions that have come through in the last 3 weeks. It's been a fantastic display of football, like you can't even imagine. Over on Valorant and PUBG as well, you've seen teams knock out and take out each other because it is not a joke, there is money on the line. So before we kick into this action, we would like to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
everybody. How you guys doing? Hope you're having a fantastic weekend.
Well, I mean, we're back for esports 2020, so yeah, of course, that's something fantastic that we're both looking forward to. So yeah,
Mr. Alga now, we knew that he came in and dropped a lot of
yeah.
goals. It was raining goals.
This one of football, like
Dominance. Like we said, there's a lot of money on the line, and some players come here and don't seem to take it as seriously as
they
others.
don't bring their A game. Like maybe they didn't understand, or maybe some of us don't understand how much money is on the line. It is $2,000.
It's a lot of money.
A lot of money. A lot of money, and all this won't be possible without our sponsors: Nilaya Sports Management, HP, Lagos State Government, Ogun State Government, my X3. So you can't just come here and allow yourself get whooped, or like we've coined over the last 3 weeks, allow yourself get Mr. Orgad or organized. You can't let that happen. I'm sure the other groups are, watching closely what Mr. Orga is going to, bring to the table when if any one of them gets lucky enough to, face him.
Yeah, and we talk about he wasn't the first person we saw in this group.
No, he wasn't. Yes.
And we had high hopes for
that was for Filza.
Yeah, for Filza.
Yeah, for Filza.
We had high hopes for him because
he did pretty well in his first two games. Yeah.
Game. And
he needs to be organized.
That's a nice way to put it.
Well, so the players are trying to set up their formations. Again, this is a recap or a rematch rather for those who missed the first games in Group A. Later today we'll be switching over to the action from one of the groups once the players are ready. But right now, let us enjoy this rematch, or this highlight more like, or the replay of some of the games from Group A, F, and M. But right now, this is Group A between Mr. Olga and Parallel Pi. Mr. Olga repping for France.
Yep, that France. We've seen France.
Yes.
Being a very dominant team so far in the tournament. It gives you so much versatility. Some people like to play Griezmann, some people play Fekir. There's so many attacking options.
Yes.
And we've seen France really just come in and steal the show.
Quite a talented side. It's why they have a variety of options.
And we did see Liverpool too coming in a bit dominant in a few games. And what else can we ask for? The goals, like we say, is what is really important.
For this game we had 7-8 goals. I just can't place my thoughts correctly, but I think we had 7-8 goals, and I am sure we had more than 5 goals in this match. But yeah.
So players always take a lot of time to check their configurations, check their assistance settings.
It's necessary because you don't want to play with the wrong settings. This is money on the line, so
you can't go 2-3 goals down and then realize, I was using the wrong
formation, the wrong
configuration.
settings.
Yeah. So in terms of formations, we've seen quite some variety of formations. We've seen people play 4-3-3 with Barcelona. We've seen 4-2-3-1.
Have we seen a variety though? I think we've seen almost the same formations across board for. I think we've seen
France,
for almost all the players in the tournament. I think they've only been using. We've only seen like 3-4 formations from each and every one of them. They all use the same. If it's not 4-3-3, it's 4-2-3-1. It's 4-3-2.
Yeah,
like it's always been that. We've not seen. I don't think I've seen anyone use 5 defenders.
Somebody did use. I think it was in Fifiuza. I think in Fifiuza's first game, one of them used like a 5-man defense. And but at the end of the day, there's a meta to the game.
Yeah.
So what works. You know what's working for really everyone.
Also works for the team you're playing with.
Exactly. And that really comes in handy.
Okay, so we can see the players parallel pass with the ball right now, and finds Bale. Bale to Benzema, intercepted.
Pogba and Kante we've seen being, a very competent CDM pairing for
most of the players, yes.
that use France.
I mean, you can't do without Pogba and Kante in your squad anyway, so
yeah,
it's very important.
They also have Martinez on the bench, so
Ooh, that was close.
very close attempt there, but
And
still
then
finds
the
back
first
of
goal.
net.
Mr. Oga puts it in.
We've also seen some players come in here and show off a lot of skill moves. Some amount to goals, some at the end of the day don't amount to anything.
Some ended up wasting the opportunity.
Yeah.
I think that was Adefola.
Yeah, that was Adefola.
Yeah.
Playing
Quite skillful, intelligent player. All the chances he had to, make and score, he was busy having fun. To the point that he lost. He drew the first game, lost the second game.
one by quite a decent margin.
Not a decent margin, cause
No, I mean quite a lot.
Yeah,
yeah.
a lot. Like he conceded goals. He would have, made it to the next round, but the pride of being one of the best in his group.
I talked about how Adefola was like a no name in the community,
Yeah.
arguably one of the most the highest ending players so far, but came up short.
Pride.
Um,
we call pride.
Parallel Pie, and now we saw a kind of play style for Parallel Pie where he was comfortable holding possession a lot of times, but couldn't transform any of those to goals.
Parallel Pie with the ball now. Skillful.
Bill, his weaker foot. Kante now for Mr. Oga, and we saw just how he calmed the game sometimes just to force his opponent to make mistakes, recycling attacks when he's sure that they are not going to amount to anything.
And the third goal, like I said, I was sure this had goals. I can't just remember the exact number of goals. And here you see Parallel Pie dribbles back, intercepted.
Griezmann now, I mean that just goes to show you the attacking options we talked about, at the beginning of the stream. Some people decided to use Ben Yedder over Griezmann.
Yes.
We saw Ben Yedder with that 5-star weak foot, doing a lot of damage. And France also have somebody like Matuidi for people that don't want to use Kante with Pogba.
There goes another goal.
Mr. Oga, just for him, this was doing the order of the day, just like any other day. Very comfortable, dominant performance. Real Madrid seem to have a lot of pace up front too, but unfortunately, Parallel Pie found it very difficult to exploit that against Mr. Oga. Did fairly well to defensively.
It's 43 minutes into the game, and would we see, yes, the fifth goal coming on the 44th mark, just 1 minute before the end of the first half.
Vinicius Junior now, not the strongest of players, but he's skillful, he's fast, and that's why he is also a decent option in the Real Madrid team, considering he has a very low rating. I think he's 79 rated, but it just goes to show you how much pace matters in FIFA. Mr. Oga, also doing the defensive work. We saw him concede. I think he conceded maybe just 1-2 goals throughout the tournament.
Mr. Oga conceded. I don't believe he
I
conceded.
think it was 1 goal.
I don't believe he conceded 4 goals. 4 or 3 goals. He conceded 3 goals.
Oh, I think it was Jogger that considered only one.
Oof, that was close.
Mr. Alga here. Let's see how he decided to transition from this attack, find Coman, and we talk about being able to exploit space, and you would see this from playing very top players. Nice skill move there, but
I can't remember him scoring more in this game.
At this point, he was just very comfortable.
I can't remember him scoring more in this game. Skillful play.
And honestly, Real Madrid too, we would say is a decent team to use. Not the strongest, I would say, but pretty decent team. You have a good centre back pairing like Varane and Sergio Ramos. You have Felamendi, who is also a very good fullback in the defense. And midfield is stacked with veterans: Modric, Kroos, Casemiro. So they're a fairly decent team too. And you talked about us seeing more players use. You could say low tier teams.
Yeah, that's one thing I look forward to in the tournament. But I think, which is what I've said. I would like to. I think it's still me saying I think it's still quite valid, because they would, if this was to go out, or when it's gone out really, but I'm sure they would all agree that they're not as fantastic as they claim they are. Because if they were, I would expect players to use, teams like Arsenal, teams like Leicester City, teams like Atletico Madrid,
and still come up with dominant performances.
And still come up. Yeah, if you claim you are tough, or you can beat the whole community right here, then it's not by using France or by using Real Madrid or by using Liverpool. I've not even seen Juventus. Like, have we had Juventus?
We had Piemonte Castle, yes. Juventus.
So we had one Juventus. That was in Group A.
Yes.
I think that was in Group A.
Scored a fantastic goal with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes, I think I remember that now. Yeah, we just that one, and it's been nothing. Like, we've not had Manchester United. We've not had Chelsea. These are even like
I talked about
good
Napoli,
teams.
Yeah.
We've not had Napoli. We've not had Lyon. We've not had PSG. Come on, if you claim to be the best at what you do, it's not by using the best squads, with some of the best players. Use the averagely good players and come tough. Let's see that, yes, you can.
I think for a lot of them, it's the fear of what can my opponent do against me with France, especially the very good ones, that make them just say, you know what, I'll take France too.
I don't think that's enough. If I was a badass player, I would definitely. I'm going to be confident in myself, regardless of what my opponent is going to bring to the table.
It's about 18 minutes, clocking up here in the game, and Parallel Pie still hasn't been able to come up with anything. You'd have thought at this point he'd start thinking of making changes, maybe make a pause and see
if there's nothing we've found out in this.
Because the goal differences do matter, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it does.
At some point they're going to matter. So the deficit, trying to manage your deficits, I feel, are also, especially when you've lost already.
Yeah. I think they all just, give up once they get to that 5-0 mark. Some of them try to score 1 or 2 goals if they're lucky. But
yeah, but we did talk about attitude, and we saw a game, on Friday that was full of goals, full of comebacks, and the mental response from both players when they went down on goals was very good. We had, oh my God, what a beautiful goal there by Parallel Pie. What a goal that was. We have to start taking nominees for our goal of the tournament, because I feel like there's still a lot of goals, definitely
more goals to come.
Some of these we just have to give them a shot. Now,
I think the one where Ronaldo and Juventus was one of.
Oh yeah.
No, that goal was fantastic.
Very nice volley from a cross.
That goal was
fantastic. Edge of box. And Ronaldo, when you have players like that up top, you expect them to finish properly. And this was how that game ended.
And here you have it.
Mr. Oga comfortably.
And parallel pi 1. You can see Messi winning the game, ball of the match. Player of the match, 1-3. Go 3. Sorry, Mbappe.
Messi.
Oh,
So
I'm already aligning Mbappe as the next great. So the thoughts just. But yeah, that was one of the actions from Group A. I want to believe we have another one from Group A. I don't know if that's been queued up next, but I would like to see if I'm being correct. The next game I would like to see is from Mr. Olga and Fifilza.
Fifilza. Yeah, that was the game, that we were looking forward to.
Okay, so the next highlight is being queued up. They are soon going to share that with us. But all in all, I feel like if there's one thing that's been constant in this tournament is the ability for goals. We've had goals. So we have Shani and Sage Mode. This, I believe, is from Group F. This is from Group F. I remember Shani considered. Yeah, I think it was Shani that considered goals in Group F. Considered 17.
Shani did very well in Group F, if I remember correctly. He used France. Sage Mode used, I think it was a France affair.
Okay.
But Shani was.
So who considered most of the goals in Group F? I'm trying to remember. He considered 17 goals in total.
Oh.
Yes.
And setting up their formations now. I mean, we're talking about goals now. That goes back to just making sure. At the end of the day, no matter what skills you do, no matter how much formations you set up, the goals, that's what's important.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's the goals that are going to bring the money. The goals are going to bring the money. It's the goals.
Setting everything up. This is expected.
Nobody wants to make mistakes. So, like we said, money's on the line.
Now, like I said, some players like using semi. Some players like using assisted. Some people really do it manual. I haven't seen anybody, have the confidence to go manual. But I think it's kind of unnecessary. Anyway.
You don't want to take that risk in this tournament right now. Like, sometimes you need to get your things to be very assisted so you can deliver.
Yeah, totally agree. But I mean, you'd be surprised. Some people.
Yeah, some people.
Were just playing.
Some people
just played
like that.
Yeah.
Some people are like that.
Like
They understand the game to like the basics, and they are willing to risk. Those are people I feel like they should be in this tournament because they don't care about. They're going to go all out and play.
Okay, so Sage Mode used Real Madrid, in fact. Yes,
so
it was
another
France
French and a Real Madrid affair.
And I remember Shani went down first, if I remember, and then Sage Mode couldn't keep up with the heat by the time Sheon came back on him. It was very good for me. It was a very good game because it was exciting. We had goals. And some of the things we pointed out, people making changes, trying to go back to the drawing board, see what's wrong. It works, it works.
But I don't think they did substitutions in this match. They just brought their A game, but Sage Mode couldn't handle the heat. So
It wasn't that lucky.
So, Sage mode here, went with that 4-1-2-1-2 formation, wide variation, and see Shenny setting up in the traditional 4-2-3-1. That we've seen quite a lot. And now we have Shenny playing Griezmann out of the team apparently, going with Ben Yedder. We had Mr. Oga, deciding to use Griezmann. We saw Griezmann be very instrumental for him. But Shenny, as you will see, also places Matuidi there.
I think it was the game we had Ben Yedder scoring. Was it 2 goals? I think Ben Yedder scored 2 goals for Shenny. He understands France very well. Like,
so
I'm trying to remember the game. I think it went down like the first 3-4 minutes, and then came back.
I think we saw the 2 goals early on.
Yeah, and then it started,
and then Shenny just kept scoring goals. So we talk about variation here. Matuidi Kante, instead of Kante Pogba, Ben Yedder in place of having Griezmann.
Yeah.
So, and some people even, in terms of defense, some people even played, Dubois or Pavard or something over Hernandez.
I think one of the players that has been constant or consistent for the French side for most players is Lenglet. I don't think anyone has played without him.
Yeah.
For every game I remember, he's been there, with the team being at the forefront of the defensive line.
And of course, we have to talk about the star boy Mbappe. He's also one of those guys that you can't afford to leave.
You can't afford to leave out of your squad.
His man moves like a rocket. He's so fast. Like,
he's a flash.
He's strong and he's fast, and he can finish too. He got a 90 rated card this year on FIFA 21.
That's true. FIFA 21 would be released tomorrow officially. So, and there you have it, the kickoff. Shenny versus Sage mode. What are your expectations for FIFA 21? By the way, we have one FIFA 21 going away to one of the players from Group A. That should be actually from Group F. That should be from Group F. Continental Sports Management. There's a FIFA 21 going to that player because we just felt like he had potentials, but he hadn't played FIFA 20, to perfection. He's been playing FIFA 19. So we're like, why not? We can get you one game to prepare you ahead of esports.
So you don't have
21. So
you don't have any excuse.
Because we saw the potential in you. United Sports Management believes that you can deliver. So yeah, once that drops, your FIFA 21 will be on the way straight to you. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is the game we thought this was, because the early goal should have happened.
Quite early,
except this is the early goal right now.
This was it.
This was it.
It was a beautiful ball.
This was it.
The ball controlling,
and that just triggered Shenny.
A whole me.
It just triggered Shenny, and he had to, come back.
Well, Shenny did respond quite fast, if I did remember. But he didn't just respond to one goal.
You can't respond to one goal. Why?
He really responded. You see how he's been using Coman. He put Coman and Ousmane Dembele up on the wings there. They have so much pace. We talk about just how important pace is in this game. That Kante, Matuidi combo. You have Ben Yedder, 5-star weak foot.
And he pulls back the goal. Yeah, so Ben Yedder, I remember he scored like 2 goals in this game.
So, that's the thing. For a lot of these guys, they tried it and they know what works for them.
Yeah.
This guy loves Ben Yedder. Mr. Olga would rather use Griezmann,
True.
but he did score 9 goals. So
Everyone has their taste.
at this point, you are wondering what the games between the top players really like. The best of the best in this tournament will really look
I
like.
think some of the games I'm looking forward to, if it's just that we have like so many groups and so many fantastic players. But if we were to go by what is happening right now,
So far.
one of the games I would like to see is definitely Mr. Olga and Jogga.
Jogga.
I definitely want to
Yeah.
see a matchup between both players. Like,
Was a
I'd
stroll
love
in
to
the
see
park
that.
for both of them in their groups.
yeah, I'd love to see that.
Shade mode now, and we talked about how sometimes there was this straight 10-15 seconds of pure loss of possession from both players.
Yeah.
That was something that, well, when we watched, the best guys play, we didn't experience it as much. But here, in the first few minutes, we did have things like that. So a lot of people deciding to play their corner shot. Very few people lobbed in the ball straight from the corner. We haven't seen headers in this tournament.
We haven't seen headers.
We haven't
We haven't seen it go from corner as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful turnaround.
And you see Mbappe
Star
there,
boy.
the star boy, doing the work for Sheni.
Already
And
came
now-
down from one goal and is now up by an extra one.
And at this point, his response was just getting started.
All these are just warm up.
Sage mode there, trying to do that flick that he did with Bale again, but was beaten. Now we see Coman there, always utilizing that pace, finds keeper's gloves.
I actually thought that
unfortunately.
went in.
Finds the keeper's gloves, unfortunately. And we talked about loss in possession again. So for some players, they are good with possession, but they don't, they just don't deliver those goals. Some players are not as good, don't waste it a few times, but when given the opportunity, they deliver.
I don't even want to, I don't like holding the ball. I just want to go
Direct attack.
and score. Because that's what matters.
Mbappe,
Winning is
nice
what
skill
matters.
move.
And there you have it. Another goal. At this point, we already knew what was coming. Okay.
At this point, we knew.
Okay.
We knew.
Shaney is vexed. How will you score me? I'm sure that was what Shaney was saying.
No, the type of goal
And then how will you
that
score me
Sage
like
Mode
that?
scored. That had to be what triggered him. And Sage Mode just kept trying and trying, but Shenny was also, doing the work defensively. Credit to him. Ever since he considered the first goal, he adjusted. Well, maybe not adjusted, but was a bit more focused in defense.
Took his defensive line more
More
seriously.
seriously. We've seen just how he utilizes the wings here. That Coleman interplay.
Again,
And that
most of his
shots,
most
got
of
the
his
rebound.
most of his so you already figured out what Sage Note's game was like and how to approach his defense, which was every time it was just a nice throw and that was it. A nice throw and that was it. That's another thing about some players. They can, in the first 2-3 minutes, they can understand what their opponent is bringing to the table.
And switch
And
things
then
up.
They just forget their own gameplay and just play to what their opponent is playing because they know. So some people understand football to that extent. So this is what my opponent is playing. Okay, that means I need to go this route to beat them. I, for one, I don't know how to study an opponent to change my gameplay to what they play. I just play what I know how to play. I play my own game. It's never about I just like to make sure I deliver once I'm playing on what I am playing. When I'm down by goals, I make the submissions I feel are appropriate for me, and then I come in.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can agree with that. It's always good to just, do what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
We saw Shenny there, adding one more to the tally, and at this point he was in cruise control. Wasn't rushing as much,
Taking his time.
holding possession
5-1.
so well. And that was the first half.
First half, 5-1.
5-1 in the first half. And, what it starts to something that one of the things that people, some people seem to know and some don't seem to know, is what works in the game, I think. Because we've seen a lot of very good players know that, shooting near post is very effective. And some people would rather just shoot far post, and for near post, 8 out of 10 times it goes in.
It goes in.
But for the far post, you hit the bar sometimes, it's not as sure as going for the near post.
Many of the players don't understand that, and that's the problem. Okay, so we're back with the second half.
Seeing
That was a
Sage
close
mode trying to pull out the
He's trying to prove to us that
the skills again.
He went into the second half and he has done the necessary changes and is ready to deliver some beautiful display of football for us.
Well, unfortunately, he tried, but unfortunately, that wasn't how this game ended. You see, Shenny,
that was close.
still, knocking
Still
on the door, still trying to add more to his tally, and at this point, he was sitting very
I think
comfortably.
Shenny was undefeated in Group F. I think he won all his games.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Shenny won
I
all
think
his
he did
games.
win all those games, and that was going to show you how dominant he is. It would be nice to see a Mr. Oga and Joga. It would be nice to see like a Shenny and who was it that Adefola lost to yesterday? Trying to remember, but I mean, like I said, I'm really just looking forward
He
to
lost to Daniel.
Daniel. Yes, Daniel. Yeah, Daniel and
No, he drew with Daniel actually. And the that drew with Daniel, but he lost to. Her name isn't coming to my head right now.
don't disbounce also, but
Okay, and there you have it. Pulling two back.
Siege mode. Yeah.
Okay, so I think this match ended 5-4.
5-4. Oh,
I think it ended 5-4.
that's be 4, probably 4 or 3. One of both. One of both.
I think it ended 5-4.
Like you said, I mean, I think at this point it seemed like Siege mode already took a few things.
Yeah.
And he was looking to produce, I mean, to be more productive in the game overall. But still see Shane, still feeling confident and dominant. But I think for somebody like Sage Mode, you want your opponent to maybe feel a little bit too relaxed. When you are trying to come back from a lead, you want your opponent to feel a little bit too relaxed. So that gives you he underestimates you, and that gives you the opportunity, especially when you are prepared. Shani here now, still with France. I talked about all the attacking options. Nice play there.
Ooh. That should have gone in.
Yeah.
That should have gone in.
Nice block there. Nice block there. So, we talked about people playing their corner shots because, I mean, even FIFA 20, rather FIFA 21, I know that some people are already playing the early access. Those are content creators. I think EA Game Changers, that's what they call them. And crosses also still don't seem as effective. I mean, corner kicks don't seem as effective. And they did, FIFA did write in one of their pitch notes that they, at some point, realized that it really didn't take that much skill to score from a corner. It was some form of probability involved, definitely, because all you needed to do was crossing the ball. The rest was literally going to land on somebody, and then when two players press square to try and knock the ball out, at the end of the day, it's still a probability. So the skill level, they said in one of their pitch notes, was that they felt it wasn't, so that's why they nerfed corners. And we talked about not seeing any free kicks in this game too. Yeah. So far in the tournament, so far rather.
Everybody just wants to come in, dribble, shoot, find the back of the net, and that's it. That's
and on the other side, I mean, it also means they've been playing a bit clean because we haven't seen red cards. We haven't actually seen any red cards.
That's another thing we haven't seen in this tournament. All players have been pretty decent. They've fair play ability has been 100. Even for yellow cards, we can count the amount of yellow cards we've had.
Yes. And that that explains why we probably haven't had that many free kicks.
Everybody plays with a certain level of discipline, and I think that's something commendable. In as much as I feel like we should still have some red cards, and somebody being down by 2 goals gets red carded and then ends up winning by 3-2.
Yeah, because it gives us that dramatic edge. We did see a red card in real life today, Anthony Garcia for Manchester. Very unfortunate. I mean, they did get demolished. If you're a Manchester United fan,
I didn't want to talk about that right now because
our heart goes out to you. Are you a Manchester United fan?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
Our heart goes out to you. On the game at hand, we see Shade Mode still being able to put one more goal And I think you were right. It was a 5-4, and Shaney at this point, yes, I do remember, played it smart, just held possession for the rest of the game. Didn't want to take any chances. He didn't even try to get out of his half. He just wanted to knock the ball around and played it smart.
Because he knew what was going to happen. If he didn't do this, of course, there would have been a 5-5 equalizer.
Credit to Sage Mode. He recognized, what's going on. Made a few tweaks, and his response to that 5-1 is a lot to go. And in the first half,
And that's it. 5-4 in favor of Shaney. Sage Mode tried his best to make a comeback, but he just couldn't make that happen. That's FIFA for you. You try your best. You are defeated, but you still come back strong and try to pull your strings and then come back. I think that's all we can take for highlights for today. We would be officially moving into action for the final day for week 3 on FIFA, and to be action from Group P. Group P. What do you expect from Group P, Shanks?
Well, I want to see a different approach in terms of formation.
Okay.
Like you said, we've seen variations, but they're still the same core formation: 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3. We've just seen variations of those. We've not seen, I would like to see a 3 defender with 5 flank, 5 center midfielders. I think that would be nice. But most importantly, of course, the goals.
So the players are ready. We can see them now. I think it's between Toby and Toba.
Barcelona, PSG here.
I think this should be an interesting matchup. It's the first time we're seeing PSG in the tournament. So let's see. If you can go for PSG, then you definitely have something we're not aware of, and we would like to know today. Predictions.
Okay, well, just going by, off the top of my head, my predictions would be in favor of PSG, because I do think, as good as Barcelona is in this game, I think PSG is a stronger team.
Because of Mbappe and Neymar.
Yeah, those guys are actually very important.
Okay.
Barcelona does have Messi, but personally, I did say earlier on that my favorite player in the game is Neymar, because I know what you can do with him if you really know how to use him. So, I just feel like PSG is
they have what it takes.
Yeah.
Okay.
To take down this Barcelona team.
And like you guys already know, I don't like to be on Shank's side when it comes to predictions, so I'm gonna go with Barcelona. Also, as a Messi fan, it's just ideal. I'll just go with Barcelona and hope that they come through for me again. Okay, so the players are both ready. Like we always expect, hoping to see as much goals as possible. So we hope Group P doesn't disappoint us. Expecting to have a galore of goals left and right, each player scoring, attacking, defending, being skillful at the same time.
We're always going to see these guys, so get used to it. What these players, their configurations, making sure all the assistant settings are in place.
Like we've said, you don't want to be lost.
You don't want to be the sore loser that blames his loss on controller settings. So kick off now. We have Toba playing
and Toby.
Toba, in that PSG blue kit from left to right. Toby playing that yellow Barcelona kit from right to left. Defensive work looks like Toby has that settled. Closing down in places where he needs to. Bit of a tussle there. Neymar, we've seen him do things in real life. Can he do it here? No, fortunately.
Toba seems like the skillful player. He's been trying to move in tiny spaces, trying to rock the ball in,
Toba now on the defense, finds the ball, gets it. That was too close for comfort, Toba. That was too close for comfort. He seems to have forgotten just how much is on the line.
Oh, for what I doing in the tournament? Because why would you want to do that?
Neymar here now for Toba, moving with such precision. Finds Di Maria. Still dribbling, trying to find space. Finds Verratti. Neymar now with the opportunity. Does he go for the cross? Goes for the near post finish. Well, hits the side net, and maybe the cross would have been a safer option there. But we did say you shouldn't underestimate the power of the near post. So,
I mean that was
fair
a nice
opportunity.
take.
Yes, fair opportunity there, taken from Toba. Toba now still in possession of the ball, playing the ball through the right part of the pitch. Finds Angel Di Maria, 5-star skill moves. Decides to play short back to Munier. Now Sarabia, Neymar still in the box, hits you.
Whoa,
Goes for the left shot, still hitting the side netting. Might want to switch it up a bit.
I don't know if it's too early to say that these players are not good with converting their chances. It's 16 minutes in. I mean, I feel like it's right for me to say, maybe not the players, but Toba in particular. He's had some beautiful play, but he just couldn't find the back of the net.
Yeah, now Toby looks like he has a corner kick opportunity now. Does he decide to play a shot?
Isn't as fantastic.
Toba still looking to get this ball out of his yard.
Oh,
Toby
skillful
going
play
for
by.
the skill moves.
Can
Still
this
ball
be?
with Suarez? Suarez goes with the left foot. That's his weaker foot shot, and fortunately doesn't amount to anything. Toba now, I think for Toba, something doesn't work. I mean, you try something else, and you tried it twice now. So I expect you when you get in that position with Neymar, maybe you don't shoot. Maybe you try to go for a crossing. Maybe you try to do a fake shot stop. Opportunity here now for Toba, loses the ball, but still finds a nice dirty work there. Cross in, finds Di Maria. Ter Stegen doing fantastic job.
Are we gonna see a goal in this first half?
I think we will. Toba now plays the ball short. Fine, Thiago Silva back to Neymar. Ter Stegen,
I don't think we will.
too easy for him.
I don't think we will see a goal.
Toba definitely doesn't want all of the chances to come back and haunt him. He needs to start taking things more seriously, maybe being a bit more.
I mean, it's quite serious. He just can't convert.
Here in front of the box, he has to be more.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to work with what you have. You're not going to have the best of the opportunities, but you have to work with what you have. Toba here now goes for that crossing. Toby getting lucky. Honestly, I'd say.
No, I don't think Toby is getting lucky. Toby has his defense on lock. He should have also found the back of the net, but at first he couldn't quite, get behind the defenders. And now that he has, he's quite. I feel like he's playing with pressure and trying to just score. He's not taking his time. He just gets there and loses the ball in the last minute.
Fair point there. Now we see Toba with Di Maria here now, not forcing his passes, waiting for support. Seems like finds Mbappe there. I was very close. Ter Stegen comes out.
35 minutes gone.
Toba needs to start working things up. Feeling very comfortable there with his goalkeeper. He passes quite well. Credit to him, he passes quite well. Wow. Speaking of passing quite well, loses possession there now. Toby also loses possession. We talked about this back and forth loss of possession sometimes. And we see it again here. And I think you're right. case, because I think you're right. I think we are not going to see another goal in this first half.
It's 5 minutes to stoppage time. Okay, Group P is on to something today. About to break the record for the least goals scored in the opening 45. More also, the first goalless that we're going to be seeing in this tournament.
Talk about now, like I said, I really just hope these chances don't come back to haunt him. He needs to start making different decisions in face of, and I think
wow, just wow,
bit of a tussle there, but
wow,
he did find that goal.
We spoke too soon, and there we had it. The first goal in this match by Toba, who leads by 1 now. Woo!
Toby there looking to answer back quickly, but that'll be all for the first half. 1 goal in favor of Toba.
But
that goal, I think he could have gotten more than 1 goal.
yeah.
That goal came. He was fortunate a bit in that, in that goal. But there was a bit of
tussle and bustle in the box 18.
box
It was a giddy-goalish kind of goal.
So but he got himself in that position. So
Yeah.
a bit of credit to him. But
I mean, I am
more.
of the school that once you score, whether you rock with the ball into the net,
as long as you get the goal.
There was an effort to make sure that thing even went in. Okay, players are back. Second half in action. No substitution. Okay, substitution. Dembele in for Suarez. You can see that Toby is not messing around.
Now this is the same Dembele we've seen people use in France. Can he do equally the same here for Toby? Still moving with Messi ever so swiftly. Messi, you would expect him to be a terror, really putting the hurt on Toba, but we haven't seen Messi really shine in this game. Toby now still in possession of the ball with Nelson Semedo. Finds Griezmann with win. Griezmann not the fastest, not the strongest, but still was the throwing for Toby. Can Toba now take advantage of this? We have Mbappe.
I think that's off.
We've seen him make good
Was it off?
runs, pace,
Whoa!
dribbles the keeper.
Can he make
Does
this?
he find the back of the net?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Fantastic goal there, from Toba, solidifying his position in this game. For 1 second, you would have thought that was an offside ball.
Yeah, I actually thought it was.
Well calculated pass, and Mbappe.
And a beautiful finish.
We talk about Mbappe. That pace, I think that pace was very important. In getting into that position before the keeper.
So it's right now 2 goals to Toba and Toby 0. Can it go
Mbappe
again?
now here again for Toba is definitely looking for that pass, but goes for the shot instead. Okay. Fair chance there. Good work from.
Toby has scored 2 and is right now it feels like he can crack anything open. So he's ready to just splurge, score as many goals as he can.
Dembele, spot on with that tackle. Half an hour remaining then. It might be perfectly set up for the counter-attack,
Okay. Whoa. I think I was right. These players are not as fantastic because that was meant to be like a typical pass and shoot, but instead he took the shot.
Yeah, went for that near post again and just hasn't been able to. And it's been Neymar in those positions, but just hasn't been able to produce a goal. Toba now from the goal kick loses possession. Rather, Toby from goal kick loses possession to Toba. Mbappe having a struggle there with Lenglet. Still Lenglet in France too. Talk about how he's very important for a lot of players.
So one of the big questions right now is, can Toby even score?
We have Messi now, finds Griezmann.
No,
Look
come
for
on.
that cross.
Should have pulled it back.
Yeah. Should have pulled that back. I agree with you, should have pulled that back. Got a corner out of that though, but still it's finding it difficult to penetrate this Toba's backline.
Let's see what's. It's 70 minutes gone, 20 minutes to go. What can both players do in these last few minutes? What can both players do?
Toby now here with Jordi Alba, loses possession of the ball, very gets it back, finds Vidal. Is this the opportunity he's been looking for? No, still cannot get a
Find
goal.
the back of the net.
Still cannot get a goal. Toby looks to be struggling in this game. Toba, credit to him, he's been doing very well too in his defense. Messi with that left shot from outside the foot, but I mean, you would expect Messi to be all up in Toba's face, and still cannot find back of the net. Toby. Messi here now again for Toby. Knocking the ball around, just looking for space. Nice interception there from Toba. Now opportunity for a counter attack. Finds Neymar. Neymar fast, skillful, not the strongest. Up against Semedo here. Finds Idrissa Gana Gueye. Edge on box. Di Maria. Is this the opportunity? Back to Ghana. And
Intercepted.
nice defensive work there from Toby too. Toby needs to do more going forward. He needs that goal. Very important. We talked about even if it's just reducing the deficit, the goal differences are going to come in handy at some point. Nice play there from Toby.
Ooh.
Finds Vidal, can't seem to pull himself together in that position, loses some balance. And now Mbappe intercepted by Toby.
9 minutes to stoppage time.
And Toby looks like the one, on the hot seat right now. Sarabia here now for Toba. Plays the ball out into safety, but finds the Maria in process. Making that run now is Neymar, trying to work something with Mbappe. Oh wow, Lenglet living up to his name, living up to the defenses, rather living up to the performances he has dropped for some people in France. Juan Bernat now, back to Verratti, to Idrissa Gana Gueye. Quick 1-2 passes from Toba, and he finds so much space here with Mbappe. He's probably looking to get the pass back, goes for the near post shot, but Ter Stegen saves that so well. Didn't even save it for a rebound, but saved it completely out for a corner. Now Toba here now with Idrissa Gana Gueye, finds Sarabia, left foot shot, and a beautiful goal there from Toba.
3.
Just sealing things up just before the end of this game. 89 minutes into the game now, and Toba still in possession of the ball, and
Can he
cruise
score
control
again?
here.
Wow.
Toby now at this point is just looking for a consolation goal.
Which I doubt if he will get.
Messi here now with the opportunity. Still cannot get anything. Good performance here from Toba. Wasted a few opportunities earlier on in the first half, but we saw him produce those goals, which is all that he needed. The first one was still a goal at the end of the day, regardless of how he came. And the other two goals were very well worked, and good performance here. We'll see more of this from.
So there you have a Group P wrapping up with 3-0 in favor of Toba. I wouldn't say it was an interesting game. It was pretty boring. Like the players were just,
They wasted a lot of opportunities, but
Yeah.
you love to see the goals. Let's be honest, you do love to see the goals, but we expect to see more.
I think
We
apart from
expect to see more.
the last goal, which was pretty interesting, the rest were just like, okay, so
Toba now against Tricto. That
second
face
game on the way.
looks fierce.
Hoping his gameplay is fierce too.
Hopefully his gameplay is fierce too. France
Paris.
going for that
PSG versus PSG.
We saw Toba
This
being
might be
very
interesting.
dominant on PSG, and now Tricto coming in here with that PSG too. You know, walk us through. I mean, the formations that these guys are deciding to go with.
I think Toba is going with 4-3-2-1. Yeah, 4-3-2-1. While Tricto is going with 4-3-1-2. Interesting. Almost similar, but yeah.
Tricto, that 4-1-2-1-2 diamond formation, playing one camp, 2 strikers, a lone CDM, and 2 center mids. That Neymar and Mbappe combo, we've seen it look like in the hands of a very top player. Would be very dangerous. Toba could have shown us more with that combination, but fortunately, let's see if he can actually, continue his stream of goals here.
I already have my reservation that he is not as fantastic as he appeared to be in game 1, and I hope Tricto can prove me right. I hope so.
Tricto and Toba, both players using PSG. This is the first PSG face-outs we've seen. We've mostly seen France. We've gone on and on about just how broken France is in this game. But yeah, and we have that official League One banner for this game.
The first we've seen for the tournament.
Yeah, looks like an exciting game to look forward to. Toba, as always, playing from the left to right. Well, not always, but so far has been playing from left to right in that blue PSG kit. And we see Tricto, hopefully the fierce player from right to left in that white PSG jersey. Tricto now with the opportunity. Very high line here from Toba. Tricto looks like he knows what he's doing. Nice skill moves. Maybe I spoke a bit too early. Now Toba here.
Okay.
Finds Mbappe. Does he take it back to Neymar? Decides to go at it alone with Mbappe, but unfortunately he doesn't get that goal. He should have considered, feeding it to Neymar there. Would have been just an easy tapping. Good defensive work there now by Toba. Toba loses possession just as soon as he gets it.
There's something about Group P.
Give us your thoughts. I mean, from what you've seen so far.
Group P has players who get easily worked up and are always ready to. Example, just that. They get easily worked up and are always trying to quickly prove a point to score, and then they make the errors. This is money. You have to calm down. You need to relax and ease
nice
up the
play
pressure.
Here from Tricto, but still doesn't amount to a goal. In that position, I mean,
there was little you could have done anyway.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Because they got closed up
Credit
pretty
to
early.
Toba. Tricto here now, still losing. I mean, that pass should have been better than it was. Toba now in possession of the ball with Juan Bernat, deciding to just play and hold possession of the ball. Successfully plays it out of his half there. Still with Juan Bernat. Doing a lot of dribbling for a left back that could be caught on a counter attack, but Toba feeling confident here. Finds Mbappe. How's he going to face the post? Finds Sarabia. The net post finish. We've seen it. Very effective. Quick note: Sarabia is a left-footed player. He played that on his weaker foot, but found the back of the net with the net post finish.
That was a beautiful goal. I didn't expect him to take that shot, but Toba keeps surprising me. That's the funnest part of this of this group P.
Tricto now looking to answer back against Toba, finds the Maria there. Maybe a bit unnecessary skill. And
beautiful play.
Did a few skill moves with some question marks in there, but
Beautiful
luckily
play.
still finds the space to do that ball roll.
Beautiful
Find
play.
the back of the net also. Quick response here from Tricto. Looks like we have a game on our hands.
I think we do.
Toba here now. Find space. Idris Aganage, CDM, not the ideal person you want in shooting positions, but we still see these teams battling it out, end-to-end stuff. Unfortunately, that involves a lot of loss in possession, but beautiful work there from Trito doing the tricks, and
that was a nice choice of word. Trito doing the tricks.
It didn't amount to nothing substantial, unfortunately. Now we have Toba with Sarabia here against Sarabia, scored that first goal for him, taking his time, finding space, nice position in there by Trito, and wins the ball. Thiago Silva taking care of Mbappe there. We know how dangerous Mbappe can be when you give him space to run in behind. But Trito here now, opportunity for a counter attack. Tries to play a bit too fast, loses possession of the ball.
They're just playing and losing the ball. It's as if they just want to touch the ball. You touch, I touch. You touch, I touch.
One touch.
Like, I'll say that, but I feel like they see more than one touch.
Yeah, more than one touch. Towa here now, overpowered again by Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva looking to take care of Mbappe's on both
Calm
ends.
down, understand your opponent before you play. Don't just play and just, making it seem like you are no game plan. You're just going there to just.
Trito now loves Neymar, but unfortunately loses the ball to Idrissa Ganagay. Now in the box, Mbappe. Dangerous movement there from Toba. Finds Idrissa Ganagay, but Marquinhos stepping up to the task. End-to-end stuff here now. Less than 15 minutes to go into the game, and we need to see more goals. We did think we had a game on our hands, but in terms of productivity, they've come a bit short.
They've been poor.
Come up short.
They just decided to just spice it up for us, and I just think that they had this game on lock, but I don't think they do. As it's going to end. 4 minutes to go with stoppage time. This seems like one that is already written for the first half.
Toba now, can you do something here with Sarabia? But doesn't do anything then. Now Neymar with the ball, Trito finds Mbappe so much space. We expect the goal from this. Does he get the angle that he needs? Does the ball roll and hits the bar? That's very unfortunate for Trito, because that looks like his last opportunity to get something in this first half. Credit to him there. I did like the play to find the angle with the ball roll. I probably would have done the same thing.
Things really happen in these tournaments.
But
I didn't even expect. I already counted that as a goal in my head. Like, I didn't even see that hitting the crossbar. But
that's why we say you have to take almost
all your
every
chances,
opportunity you get. Take as much as you can, because you're just gonna have some of them that are very clear cut, but you just are unfortunate. That's how it is sometimes in the world of FIFA. First half, what are the talking points?
The last kick of the game still has my head buzzed right now. That should have gone in. That should have gone in. I as a player, I had two different ways I could have played that to I could have chipped the keeper. I could have pushed it forward and score.
You need to start giving us some tutorials on the stream,
man.
Well, you sound like you know your stuff.
I try my possible best not to miss one-on-ones, really. But yeah, I feel like that should have gone a different way. But all in all, I still feel if I'm gonna, by what we've seen today, if I'm gonna rate the group so far, I think Group P is still the weakest, in my opinion, of all the groups that we've seen so far.
We've seen very dominant figures in each group, in almost every group, really.
Even those who couldn't score understood the game better. But yeah. Okay, the boys are back for the second half. It's 1-1. Let's see who pulls the last.
Neymar, that elastical, heel to heel now from Trito. That was a fixture stop. Finds Mbappe, but overpowered there by Marquinhos. I tell you, man, Neymar, the guy is so good. He's so good. If you know how to handle Neymar, you're gonna have people guessing. You're gonna have people always guessing. Ball here now for Toba. Both players here still stalemate 1-1. Neymar now tries to feed a pass to Mbappe. That was a very poor pass. Opportunity now here for Toba. Nice defensive work there by Toba. Sorry, that was opportunity for Tricto. Now Toba trying to wiggle around with Neymar. On both occasions, both players rather trying to wiggle around with Neymar, but they get stopped in their tracks. That looks like an offside call in favor of Tricto. Tricto now trying to play the ball out the back. High press here from Toba. Heel flick there, Mounier for Tricto. Tricto likes to pull out the tricks, really.
Yeah.
Man's living up to his name, yeah?
Very skillful.
Except Tricto, you have to remember the goals are what matter. Now Verratti there, still doing that heel to heel in the face of a defender, loses the ball. Idrissa Gana again now finds Neymar, back to Mbappe. Beautiful one-touch pass. Still trying to go with that pace, but referee calls it back for a free kick in favor of Toba. Too much loss in position in this game. Expected more so far. Neymar lost this heel to heel for some reason. His skill moves have won him a penalty. This is one of the first penalties we're seeing in the tournament. Can Toba put this to bed? Neymar has that very stylish walk up, waiting. Plays it in the middle and unfortunately cannot take the lead in this game. Something tells me Tricto is going to punish him for that loss.
For some reason, I feel like this is going to end in a draw.
Not the first draw, but definitely one that shouldn't. If it does end up in a draw, that would be a bit disappointing considering the amount of chances that we've seen in this game. Corner kick now in favor of Tricto. Tricto feeds it small to Verratti. That looks like Icardi finding that drag back. Finds Mounier. Mounier does the deal. Keeps the job done for Tricto.
That was a beautiful play.
Punishing Toba
for not taking
that penalty and putting it to bed. Such a stylish walk up there from Neymar. All amounted to nothing. Now Toba looking to get something out of this attack. Still cheeky with the skill moves. Finds Sarabia. Sarabia has some space. Now with Neymar, free kick opportunity. Is this one of those bangers we've been waiting for?
No, it's not.
Plays the shots for Neymar. Probably the smart way to go.
Ooh, that was beautiful.
Puts in a near post visa. We talked about the power of near post in FIFA 20.
Wow.
What else can you ask for? For a goal like that from such an angle.
Like I said, this looks like gonna end in a draw. So
end-to-end stuff from both players. Been a bit underwhelming compared to what we expected, but we still have Sarabia here now for Toba. Loses the ball, and Tricto on with the counter-attack. High line from Toba. Mbappe finds space there, but Di Maria could not find him, unfortunately.
And it's the 70th minute, 2 goals apiece. Can someone break this deadlock?
Verratti with the fake shot stop there. Back to Neymar. Mbappe does that. He beats the defender. Does another ball roll, pushes it too forward and loses possession of the ball. Good defensive work there from Toba. And about 15 minutes to go now into the game, and both players right now playing a draw. But beautiful pass fed to Icardi. Icardi, a finisher that we know. Unfortunately, Tricto could not put that to bed. Like you said, I do think, Group P is one of the weaker groups that we've seen. Probably the weakest. Opportunity here now for
that was pretty
Toba.
close.
Very close opportunity. Navas coming up to the task, saving the ball for Tricto. Toba now here with an opportunity for a corner kick. Plays it short. Looking to cause some damage in there. Finds Idrissa Gana Gueye. Goes for the pass back to Marquinhos. Marquinhos, the defender, maybe not the fastest. Yeah. Loses possession of the ball. Now looks like a counter-attack opportunity for Tricto, but he still doesn't play that fast enough. Loses the ball just as soon as he gets it.
Like I said, Group P is
But it looks like this game has already
It's
been
done.
done. 2 minutes of stoppage time, except Tricto is going to give us a dramatic end to this match. I mean, he's lost so many opportunities. I don't think the one that saves him the game, he's going to put that to bed.
What
Tricto
can he
here now,
do?
Icardi goes
This
for that
kill.
heel free.
This
And,
kill. This kill. That's
Still
kill.
finds Neymar. Looks like the final opportunity that he has.
Really?
Trying to struggle there. Keeps doing the heel to heel flick.
Oh my days. And there you
But,
have it. 3-2 in favor of Toba. So Toba automatically has qualified as a leads Group P with 6 points.
Very disappointing performance there for Tricto. Seemed to pull out a lot of skill moves, but
I mean-
also he kept doing the heel to heel so many times. You know, you'd expect that it would amount to some more goals, but unfortunately,
When he was supposed to score,
That's
it
what
was,
you get.
It was being the skillful guy.
that's what you get. Credit to Toba, lost the penalty, still
Still
trying
ended
to
up
gather
winning.
momentum,
Yeah.
and came back from a goal, and then
I'm
Who's the
a
last
bit
one?
worried because I feel like maybe some of the gamers we have are pretty rich.
I mean, you never know.
I think that's what it is. So the next match is set. Tricto versus Toby.
Yes, we saw Toba and Toby, come in, try to
Yeah.
fight it out, and here now we have Tricto up against Toby.
Let's see what they can bring. I really don't have much expectations because I just feel like Group P doesn't have what it takes.
Now, sticking with his PSG there,
And Toby also sticking with to his Barcelona.
sticking with his Barcelona, Toby. Hopefully, it's an encounter that's packed with exciting moments. They need to switch things up.
I don't see that happening, but let's hope. I don't see that happening.
Very
Even though I
attacking
expect Tricto to win, it seems like it was better off than Toby against Toba. So let's see.
Formations now being set to take a look at what these guys are deciding to go with. We have Barcelona, playing that 4-3-3 with 2 CDMs, 1 cam, 2 CMs, 1 cam, doing a bit of a player movement there. Now on the other side, PSG playing that diamond formation, having Neymar as the cam in this position. I thought we had him have Neymar and Mbappe up front in previous game, playing Di Maria as a cam.
So now using Icardi.
Okay, he switched back. He
Okay.
switched to that now. But seems to be playing Icardi as a cam. Bringing up Draxler for some backup in case of substitutions. We haven't seen. Have we though?
We haven't seen Draxler.
Yeah, we haven't seen Draxler. Hopefully, we get an opportunity to see him. Maybe bring something different to the table. The Barcelona attack here looks quite stacked. Suarez, Messi, Griezmann. We talked about just how important pace is in this game. And Griezmann doesn't have that much pace. Suarez also doesn't have that much pace. Messi has the pace, but that's in terms of acceleration, initial acceleration. His sprint speed has also been nerfed. But Barcelona excel in their passing abilities and just the technical things that they can put together as a team. Both players now waiting up for the game to load. And, what are your predictions for this match?
I just expect Tricto to win. I don't think Toby can match up. I just expect Tricto to win.
Now, player settings here just being checked. Both show that everything is intact. Still, one of the things we talked about at the beginning of the stream was seeing a variety of teams. So far we've still just been on PSG and France.
I think today it's been PSG, France, and Barcelona.
Yeah. PSG, France, Barcelona.
Actually, it's just PSG and Barcelona because the previous game the highlights. Of
Yeah.
So so you can tell that group P, they're not all that.
I mean, you'd think somebody would pull out that France, considering how broken they are in this game.
Well,
but
there's still one game left, so let's see what comes out of it.
Okay, into the first half now. Mbappe. I mean, we see all these things. We see all the nice movements. We see the skill moves, but we don't see those goals.
Group P, Trito is the Adefola of Group P. Feels like he understands
how to do tricks.
Feels like he even understands the game to an extent, but when he's supposed to, utilize his chances, he ends up doing a skillful move, and that ends his show.
De Jong now here for Toby. Goes to the wing to find Griezmann. Let's go for the crossing. We haven't seen any header.
Beautiful!
And that was a beautiful header from Suarez. Just enough power to go past the keeper.
Trito.
And Toby now puts
when we
himself
say
ahead.
You should take your chances, this is what we mean. Toby right there. Toby pulled. I mean, for Toby, I never saw Toby as someone who would pull that kind of play. But now he shocked us. Beautiful cross.
Work there by Lenglet for Toby. Tripto now looking to quickly answer back. Icardi now doing those drag backs, tries to find Mbappe, but Lenglet once again is there to lock things up for Toby. Tripto again still in possession of the ball, tries to play quick 1-2s and loses possession. Time after time.
Well, he'll probably begin to score once he's down by 3 goals. Then he would realize that this is a tournament and it's not about being the most skillful player in the tournament. There's $2,000 at stake. We're not here to. Toba has come with a cross and nod for the tournament. He's the only one who's come to make that work.
Toba here now, rather Tripto here now, does that heel to wheel. He does that skill move so much. Can he find the back of net now? No. Defensive work there from Lenglet on 100%. And a waste of space, a waste of good opportunity again now by Tripto. He just loves that skill move, the heel to heel. He just loves that skill move. Does it in almost every opportunity he finds himself. Seems to have gotten space to work with there, but couldn't make anything out of it. Icardi now still doing those ball rolls, moving left to right. Finds Mbappe, but overpowered again out of the ball. He needs to start, looking out where to switch things up. Is it the passing? Is it just flat out decision making in situations like that?
I think.
Well, just as we're about to speak, Tripto there finds a goal.
1-1.
1-1 now into the first half. 23 minutes so far, and fair to say that I think we could. Things are okay, but they could be way better. Opportunity now here for Tripto. Mbappe does that ball on, tries to chip the keeper, does it so well. Tripto looking now to take things a bit more seriously before the end of this first half.
I think he's realized that we're in a tournament and I'm not playing with my friend. The spirit of sportsmanship that we, always encourage,
yeah.
But at the same time, we're here to win. So the moment you start taking it seriously, the better for everyone.
Toby here now with Messi seems to, put Messi on the wings. I feel like Messi might be more effective down the middle, but still ball here now with Toby, and just comes up short in the final third. Toby still losing possession of the ball again. And Trito now definitely waiting for the opportunity to launch a counter attack. You see the radar down there. You see that Toby has just two defenders sitting back there, and once Trito can find Mbappe and Neymar against those guys, we might be seeing more goals. High defensive press here from Toby, trying to win the ball back quickly, but now opportunity for Trito, and still comes up short.
I think that both players are actively, trying to win this game now. They understand that they've taken the game more seriously and are ready to give it their all. Both players come in, trying to make every effort, trying to score. It's been end to end in the last 10-15 minutes. So I expect that we'll see more goals. At least 2 more goals. Those are my 2 more goals.
Now Trito here, still knocking the ball around. About 5 more minutes to go until the end of the first half. And we have Toby here in possession of the ball. Toby definitely looking to get one back, but loses possession of the ball. Counter-attack opportunity now. We've seen Neymar and Mbappe deal damage in those situations, but Toby looks to have things under lock and key. Still in possession of the ball now. Toby loses again to Trito,
and the player has been injured.
Neymar seems to be injured there, but stands up quite quickly, but seems like he would need some medical in-game attention. Icardi now here plays it all the way back and loses possession to Toby. And Toby punish him now for this. Just a few more minutes to go to the end of first half, and I think that's wrapped up.
And here we have it. First half, it's 2-1 in favor of Chris Trito. What can you make of this first half?
I like the switch up in terms of being very decisive, being very direct in terms of their attack. Because at first we didn't see that level of intent. We didn't see that intent in the beginning, but things switched up, and I think that's really what I appreciate the most so far. What I love to see is less loss in possession.
Okay.
If you have the ball and you're on the attack, don't force your passes. Maybe hold it a bit longer to calm things down, because it's been so back and forth. I mean, for like 10 minutes straight, the ball was just back and forth. Loss of possession. Nobody really thought to say, let me try and control this game.
Yeah, I feel like both players are just trying to, win by all means, try to score. Let me just score so I can let me score.
Yeah.
No one is,
Nobody's trying to be
no one is
technical about
and
it.
Tactical. Let me think properly. How do I want to go from this end of the pitch to the other end and score and come back my defensive line? They just glass close. Let me just play and score, which is not good. So the players are back for the second half, and it is Trito who is
PSG
with the ball
kids
right now.
playing from right to left, and we have Toby playing that Barcelona yellow kit from left to right. Neymar injured, but still is on the pitch for Trito. Neymar, we've seen him utilize Neymar, do a lot of fancy skill moves and whatnot, and seems like that's very important to him, because he's keeping Neymar on the pitch injured. In terms of options for PSG, you don't have as many options as you would with France, because if it was France now, you probably would be able to bring in Ben Yedder, you probably will bring in maybe Griezmann, one of both. You have Ousmane Dembele, Coman, Fekir. We saw Fekir too common in a few games for people, so he just has to work with whatever he has here now.
As far as the tournament is concerned, I don't think it's fair to still have Neymar on the pitch with his injury. That's one thing we say about substitutions in this tournament so far. All players, I don't want to say they don't understand it, but
Opportunity now here for Trito. on the counter attack, finds a successful pass to Verratti, back to Mbappe. Does he go for the cross? Goes for the cross, but Lenglet is there once again, and Toby now taking a quick pause, going back to the drawing board, looking to switch things up. I mean, why would you keep? Well, these players do have their preferences. I would say Ousmane Dembele is a very dominant player. He's not the one you want to keep on the bench.
Yes.
Especially when you need so much pace. You're lacking in pace in Barcelona up front. You know, Ousmane Dembele has 90 plus pace.
Those so are the kind of things is in for Suarez now. That was the same move he made in his first game. He started Suarez and then ended up, bringing in Dembele in.
Tricto now here with the opportunity, finds Neymar. We know Neymar has that 5-star weak foot. He's injured though, so
which is why it shouldn't be in the game.
Isn't as effective as you need him to be. Neymar now still in possession of the ball, goes for that finish shot, but Ter Stegen he's come up very. Ter Stegen arguably one of the most reliable keepers in FIFA 20.
Yeah.
On FIFA Ultimate Team, he's actually one of the most broken ones. Like very, very, very effective on FIFA Ultimate Team. You do have icons like
true.
Van der Sar or whatnot, but of all the current players in the game, Ter Stegen is one of the broken keepers on FIFA Ultimate Team. Now Toby here, Ousmane Dembele gets that assist, and
I thought he could ricochet that in, but
not. That's like half a chance, maybe even quarter a chance there, and couldn't do much with it. Mbappe now getting bullied there by Piqué.
And there we go again. This same, let me go and score. Not properly analyzing your game and
playing. 1-2 play there.
You're just going to go and score. Let me go and score. That won't get you anywhere. So what can he do with this?
Dembele with that 5-star weak foot goes for the far post. Keeper rushes out and does a good job of saving that one. You might have considered for Dembele maybe trying to chip the keeper, maybe trying to find a pass to play it safe. That's what we talk about. Some players, dispose of things like that.
Beautiful pass.
Mbappe also goes for the far post. And Ter Stegen saves that very well. Opportunities, no goals so far yet. 72 minutes into the second half. And Toby now on the attack with Messi. He needs Messi to be more active in this team for him. And loses possession there once again.
If Mr. Alga faces anybody in group P. Hey, that's all I can say.
We definitely need an ambulance. We definitely need an ambulance.
Like, the ambulance will need to be in game and also on set right now, because I definitely won't be able to watch that.
Yeah.
I definitely won't be able to watch that.
I think calling it a bloodbath would be
that's not even fair. That doesn't do justice to what's going to happen. Why would you say like 18-0 or like 20-0 if Mr. Olga faces anybody in Group P? Shout out to Mr. Olga right now. Like, you set the standards, bro.
So now, players taking a pause here. Toby now looking to make some changes up in tactics. His offensive styles, fast build-up, increasing the
I think by now, Neymar should be substituted.
Tricto deciding to stick with Neymar. Regardless of the injury, I guess an injured Neymar is probably better than whatever he has on the bench, according to him. But Messi here is a bit quiet. More quiet than Neymar, way more quiet than Neymar. And you would expect that for the best player in the world, arguably in the game. Messi is very instrumental in this thing, but we haven't seen him. We haven't seen those finesses that we know Messi.
He only screams one thing for me, and that's the fact that Toby isn't a fantastic player. I won't even use I think fantastic isn't so much. He's not even an average player. I mean,
I
don't think he is.
Toby here now with Rakitic. Nice save there from Tricto. Tricto trying to play this out of his half.
6 minutes
safely.
plus stoppage time, and it's Tricto leading by 2-1. Can Toby pull an equalizer in this game?
Quick passes there from Tricto to build up some momentum, but loses
Can
possession
Toby
of the
pull an
ball.
equalizer?
And Toby's here now, maybe going for the cross with Messi. No, decides to go it short. Messi not the strongest, but successfully finds the pass out. Now this is an opportunity. We're nearing nearing into stoppage time zones, and at this point you have to choose your passes really carefully. Sergio Busquets now, not known for the short
penalty?
power, but
Or
it
free
looks like a
kick?
free kick opportunity. Wow, this.
What can
What
Toby
a,
do?
what a goal this would be. What an important goal this would be. Messi, looks like a nice block there from the whole PSG defense. Because I feel if the keeper faced that ball, I think that ball would have been going to back of the net. Ball struck from the outside foot by Messi. Usman Dembele 5-star weak foot, and Keylor Navas cleans that up. Disappointing performance here by Toby.
He's going to run down the time, and he did. And there you have it. Tricto 2, Toby 1, which means Tricto now has 3 points, and Toby has 0.
Yeah, I think Toby will be quite disappointed with his performance in that game.
I don't think it would be, because he knows his abilities, as you know.
Yeah, but it was a 1-goal deficit, and to be fair, there were opportunities. Tricto also was caught slacking a lot of times.
Yeah.
He also lost position a lot of times. He also should have scored more goals than he did. So, all in all, Toby needs to be very careful going forward. And Toby now loading up our next game.
Zizos Toby.
Jesus with an
Okay.
X.
What can Zizos do?
Zezu.
This Zezu.
Yes, Zezu.
Okay.
Zezu now against Toby, and Zezu going for France. We talked about just how
Okay, so
broken is the word for France. So
that's as good as another loss for Toby.
already calling it. So give me with your predictions.
I don't have a prediction. I just feel like France are like an advanced team.
And anybody that picks them up definitely knows what they're doing.
And anybody that picks them up has an advantage, as you know.
Especially for the kind of performance that Toby has put
Yeah. But well, it's going up against Liverpool anyway, so I feel like there might be hope. There might be hope. There might be hope. Let's not write Toby off.
Yeah, so Toby deciding to switch from that Barcelona selection that looked like he was comfortable with, because he did lose one game with Barcelona and
He lost
played,
both games.
yes, that's why he lost one, played the
Yeah.
second one, still using Barcelona
Yeah.
because he probably thought he was confident.
True.
And I think at the point where he lost that one, he knew coming into this game he had to come up with something
Yeah.
else.
And it's not much of the tactical formation guy, because again, he's already ready. Same thing in his previous games.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that we see him just
Just do the
touch
basic,
touch one or two
you
things,
know.
and that's all. Now Jesus here. That France 4-2-3-1 formation. Pogba Kante pairing. We talked about just how instrumental those two have been to a lot of people. And look at the options here. And that's something that
Star-studded.
a lot of teams do not present you with. You have Ben Yedder on the bench.
Yeah.
You have Fekir on the bench. So many options. Matuidi is even on the bench too. So both players here now waiting for the game to load up. And so your prediction really is in favor of the France team.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with France. But again, he's in Liverpool, so I'm a bit on the fence.
No, you have to pick one.
Yeah, I'll go with France.
France.
I'll go with France.
That's fine. I think I'd go with Liverpool. I think Toby would bounce back here with like a 3-1.
Okay.
Maybe this Liverpool is just what he needed. Just maybe. And we'll find out now. Running through the controller configurations, assistance settings, all of these things are very important. We always emphasize it. And looks like things are all ready. And we go into the first half of Toby's third game in Group P. Toby playing from right to left in that white Liverpool kit, and we have Jesus playing from left to right in that blue France kit. Mbappe now Good movement there, finds Griezmann again. This is one of those players, Virgil van Dijk, that's something you didn't have in the Barcelona team. We did see PK do some decent work in the back for Toby in his previous games, but having Van Dijk, I think, is a very game-changing one. Salah now here for Toby, moving so well, trying to find space. The skill moves are not what's important. Finds Roberto Firmino, beautiful shot there, but Hugo Lloris, I mean, also goes to tell you how broken France is as a team. Pace here now by Ousmane Dembele. Outruns Robertson there, but can't find Griezmann. Now opportunity for Jesus. Mane talked about the pace, so much pace, maybe overdoes it there, trying to do a rainbow flick.
Toby has come in his last game to be the skillful guy. He has won Tricto's quotes right now.
Has been influenced by Tricto, and here now opportunity for Jesus and cannot find anything. Cannot find anything in that Toby's defense. Still knocking the ball around, being patient there with Coman, loves that heel to heel, and finds Mbappe, goes for the near post shot, and Alisson also living up to the task. Good work from both goalkeepers so far. I mean, the finishing is really what's important at this point. You can make all the passes.
I didn't even expect to see much goals.
Do all the skill moves.
I feel like both are just going to have chances back to back and then end up not utilizing it.
Mane here now, surging with so much pace on the left part of the pitch. Knocks it back to Robertson. Henderson protecting the ball from Griezmann. Finds Salah again. Toby seems to be focusing all of his resources on this left wing. Beautiful pass, but maybe a bit too much on the dink. You could argue that style of pass was a bit unnecessary. Mbappe now, we've seen him with the pace. What does he go for? He goes for the far post shot, but Alisson once again living up to the task. I mean, in situations like that, going for the shots is probably the everyday option.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have done that. I feel top players
there are different ways.
wouldn't have done that. You know, the far post is not just doesn't cut it as much. If that was a good angle for the near post, then maybe you'd have gone for the shot. Now Jesus here now, still with Pogba, trying to find space in this Liverpool defense. Van Dijk now up against Griezmann. Griezmann finds Pogba, and Pogba lost position on the ball there. Fabinho to Roberto Firmino. Roberto Firmino trying to find Salah, but the French defense also is doing a decent job. Virgil van Dijk now cleaning things up at the back for Toby. 25 minutes now into the game, and both teams haven't been able to come up with a goal.
Like I said,
nobody shown to be
I don't expect
the dominant
much goals.
team so far. Well, for the formations, to me, don't seem like the problem. I think both teams have put themselves in certain positions. They just haven't been able to make the right choices. You know.
No, formation isn't the problem. For me, the players are not just fantastic.
You just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Fabinho here now, and doing a lot of protecting the ball there. Griezmann opportunity here now for Jesus, and Ousmane Dembele finds Coman. 3 attackers. Coman still with the ball.
Most of the players in the tournament feel they believe they want to they want to show more of the skills than actually scoring to win the money. That's one thing I've noticed.
They're trying to put on a show for their fans. Their fans watching back at home.
I don't think their fans want to
are interested in the skills.
Their fans want them to win.
Fans are interested in goals. I mean, even when they don't win, they can try and score.
Talking about the fans, let's also take the moment to give a shout out to our sponsors: Nilayo Sports Management, Lagos State Government, Ogun State Government, My X3 and HP for putting this amazing event together.
Coman now finds Pogba on the edge of the box. Pogba looking to get on a stronger foot there, and loses possession of the ball while trying to get.
I think the players need to know that being a pro player is not about how skillful you are. Your skills in FIFA 20 don't determine your professional level.
Now we see Toby here trying to play the ball out from the back. Fabinho has seemed to have had a lot of possession there for Toby, making good use of it here now, but Varane cleans that up so easily. We talked about
we're going to have our
possession.
first goalless half. Every time I say that, a goal always comes in, but I don't think that's going to happen here today.
Griezmann now here for Jesus. Jesus finds Griezmann, still tries to play the shot.
I don't think that's going to happen today.
And,
This one.
Can't make anything out of that. Stoppage time here now, and looks like this first half is wrapped up. And we were really hoping for more. Yeah, we're really
there
hoping
we
for
have
more.
it, 0-0. Group P.
Before they go into the second half, I think they just need to check themselves. What am I doing? Like, I'm losing so much of the ball. You know, it's so clear. You know you're losing so much of the ball. Switch things up.
Okay, and they're back. Do you think we'll see a change in this game?
I mean, I predicted a 3-1, end to this game in favor of Toby, but I'm honestly, it's been an underwhelming performance. I'm obligated to stick by my prediction, but at this point I'm worried for myself. Ball now here for Jesus with Mbappe. We've seen just how much he can do with that pace. Finds Coman. Is this a goal we've been looking for? A nice response there from Jesus. Well worked goal. Found the back of the net very, very easily.
Jesus leading by one goal to nothing. A goal to nil right there, as expected. Or as I expected.
Jesus now finds Coman with Griezmann. Griezmann, I was expecting to go back his stronger foot on the left, trying to do that, but maybe a bit too hasty to find that pass and loses possession of the ball. Shaqiri now here for Liverpool, decides to go back for some support, playing some sort of tiki-taka here in his own half. Nice pass to find Shaqiri, doing the skill moves there, and we've emphasized on just how skill moves are not as important. Honestly, if you cannot deliver, if your skill moves cannot amount to anything, then it's unnecessary to just do skill moves for no reason. Now Pogba here for Toby. Toby still pulling out those skill moves. Rather, Jesus still pulling out those skill moves. Cruise control now. Finds Coman. Oh, beautiful skill move there to find Pogba. Nice work. And
he drags it in.
That was a beautiful goal there from Jesus.
Was that a beautiful goal?
That was
more like he just...
I think he deserved it regardless. I think he deserved it. He did work it well. He did find, the ball into the danger area, which is what is important in my opinion.
Okay.
Sometimes...
Okay, so it's 2-0 still. What can happen in the last 20 minutes with stoppage time, of course, of this match? What can Toby do? What can Toby do?
Now, Toby, looking to, just try to work something here with his Liverpool squad, but he's just seeming to be coming up short. It just seems to be coming up short. And at this point, Jesus is very confident. You can see him playing just beautiful one-touch passes, doing skill moves with so much, with so much ease. And at this point, you're really worried for Toby, having lost his first game, coming in here and not even being able to produce a goal, and not even competing as much, regardless of the fact that he switched to the Liverpool squad. Having picked Barcelona initially. Jesus just came here with France, and he's doing what we expect. I mean, of France, I think to an extent we expected this. Unfortunately, I just thought Toby would be able to maybe bring in some more intent to this game, bring in some more seriousness. Take things be more efficient in taking his chances. But he's really found it difficult to do that. Salah here now for Toby.
Should have passed that pass. Finally.
Finds money.
Should have made that pass a long time ago.
A little late for him to start doing all of this, but to be fair to him, this could be a dramatic.
I mean, this is football. He still has 5 minutes plus stoppage time, so anything can actually happen.
Jesus here now. Are we going to see him try and just hold possession of the ball? But seems like he's going for an attack. He's going with so much intent, trying to take his time to not force passes. Beautiful play there from Pogba.
Dispossessed.
Lost possession then. Now this is an opportunity, probably one of the last chances for Toby to build something out of the back, and he forces that pass. I mean, that was very unnecessary. Very unnecessary.
Stoppage time, 2 minutes.
And Jesus put a nail in the coffin here now. Finds Griezmann, trying to get rid of Virgil van Dijk. Mbappe is still there. Finds Griezmann, and ladies and gentlemen,
and there we have it. So everybody, more like the top 2 guys have qualified right now, because they are the only ones advancing, to the next round.
Yeah.
And they need to, while other groups, clear out who advances, they need to go back to their drawing board, practice, rehearse, do a lot of mental and tactical preparations ahead of who they're going to meet.
Yeah, because
next.
To be very honest, most of the players that they faced and they got rid of, these were players that were not as challenging as we've seen in other groups. Yeah. And we don't need to start talking about a lot of names. We already have said these names.
We've said these names. Even the fans know these names already. So there is no point, trying to, for the advance to the next round, they need to go and prepare. Other teams are trying to clear out, you have the advantage of practicing for a few more days before facing those names, those big names.
So I think that's all the FIFA action we have.
That wraps up our action for FIFA for week 3. It's been, I can't say it's been action packed. It's been underwhelming. We didn't expect. We expected a better show today, but I mean, we're going to take it regardless. 2 players have advanced to the next round, and we'll be coming right up with PUBG in a bit. The boys are ready. Citizens Gaming and a host of others ready to knuckle it out for a whooping $4,000
Oh my
price
God.
money. Something that money
$4,000.
That money is a lot. Even it's a lot of money. Even my mouth cannot say it.
So there you have it, guys. We'll be back with some PUBG action.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Action packed.
Action packed. Definitely, as usual, it's going to be action packed right there. We do know last Friday we had the Group A session that are currently. Yeah, okay, sorry about that little technical difficulties right there, but we're back right now. We had Group A on Friday, and man, oh man, I would hardly have a breather among the fight that was happening all through. We still have in the Group A leaderboards, we have the Dark Dragons, the Dragons team actually still leading on that end.
Yeah, very dominating performance.
Very, very dominating performance. They came in with a 3-man squad actually, and so far so good for them. But we are currently going to be heading into the Group B right now. We are looking at a couple of teams to come and eat it up with them today. We see a couple of them in slot 2. We have Immortal. Slot 3 we have Active Gaming right there. Slot 4 we have the Reapers. Slot 5 we got On God. Slot 6 we have Yolo Cup Light. Slot 7 Rogue Gods. Slot 8 House of Anubis. Slot 9 LXG. Slot 10 Lone Survivor. Slot 11 Oddworld. Slot 12 BLM Esports. Slot 13 Outsiders Officials. 14 Godfathers. Slot 15 Blank Legion. Slot 16 The Predator Esports. And in slot 17 we have Shell Shock. These teams I just listed right there, there are lots of teams that I'm actually looking forward to see their gameplay. Outsiders, oh, really nice team. The gods guys that have like really nice communication, have the opportunity to see them behind the scene where they're actually making plays and how they communicate between the teams. The synergy is on point. Also, I'm looking forward to see the guys from House of Anubis.
Of course, and they did put up some very
impressive fights. Yeah, today also I'm looking to see a couple of these guys from Active Gaming as well as Blank Legion and Shell Shock. Even Immortals right now, I'm looking to see some wonderful plays for them. So we are currently jumping into the main match for today with 13 teams, 49 players, and you can see we got that flight path coming in, a little bit of Northwestern there coming in straight, ending over Milta Power. And yes, we are in. We are definitely in. We are definitely in right now, and we can see a couple of these teams. In fact, most of the teams are already out of the plane. And they are jumping towards their preferred spots right there. And you have Outsiders already landing over. Ooh, that Rozok area is looking really congested right now. So we've got over 3 teams in there, and Outsiders already eating it up with the guys from LS right there. Ooh, check out that zone pop. That is a crazy zone pop that we have happening right now. As you can see, the zone going completely southwestern with about 1/3 of the zone being water right there. So rotations needs to start coming in from this team. Definitely we are going to be seeing them rotating in right now. But Zero does seem to have come towards the man. He's got knocked right there and is looking at him, hoping to see. He's just killing him off slowly, watching him die. I think he's taking some pleasure in this one. But anyways, that is going to be a big loss for Lone Survivors, right? I'll probably have a Lone Survivor left in Rozok. Or probably just 2 more left for them. Alright, you can see the rest of Outsiders right now eating it up right on the outside. But no, Jesse gets downed right now by Kenrod, I believe. But yeah, Outsiders, they have each other's back as Andrew takes down Kenrod right there with that UMP45, finishing the job, giving them an early 4 kills to their name right now. We do know the zone was a bit southwestern right there, and most of the teams were out of the zone. I reckon most of the teams are actually just getting they are getting loot on right now. Most of the teams are getting loot on right now and are trying to rotate into that zone that just that popped down there. As you can see here, House of Anubis went towards South Georgiopol, and they are currently uncontested right there. They are just chilling over in South Georgiopol right there. They do have a clear path to the zone. Any team trying to make it into the zone will need to go towards House of Anubis from the northern side, Immortals from the northwestern part right there, and on the eastern part you have Active Gaming right on the edge with a lot of teams, YOLO Corp, the Predators, and you see them all lined up right there trying. They will definitely have to go through Active Gaming, Oddworld, Immortals, and House of Anubis to get into this zone. Yasnaya is also looking a lot clogged up right now. Shell Shock is also in that area. So yes. Does seem like our next engagement that we are looking forward to might be over in Yasnaya, because we can see the concentration of teams right there. Even if that fight does not happen right now, the zone is definitely going to force it in a bit, because I know these teams do have about a minute 30 seconds before the next zone starts popping in slowly but surely to get that final 8 in onto their position. So they all need to make their way into the zone, and we're definitely going to be seeing these teams clashing into each other right now. So House of Anubis just enjoying that Jojo Pole crate area all alone on their own. I don't know, it does seem like a lot of these players are starting to embrace the UMP45. Probably it's got a boost on it, because I do know it was nerfed majorly when it changed from 9mm ammo to the 45 ACP. But right now, I saw Andrew, Outsiders Andrew, wielding it quite professionally earlier on, and I can see another player here from House of Anubis also wielding it. Probably there's a major buff to that weapon right there, but it's not totally unseen. It's not totally unknown to see players going for vehicles early in the game so they could rotate easily into their preferred spot right now, looking at the fact that most of the players on this current map right now are out of the zone. Just a couple of teams, about 4 teams right now inside that zone. That's Immortals, House of Anubis, Active Gaming, I think. Yeah, you look up just deep on the edge of that one. Engagements might take a while to happen right here, but Immortals and Outsiders might actually run into each other pretty soon. As we can see, Outsiders already coming out from that Ruzok hilltop right there, and probably, I do know their rotation is going to lead them straight out of this position to Watertown, where Immortals is currently looting. And I would really love to see that engagement, therefore, before coming out from Outsiders to Immortals, as both teams are equally strong and well versed in the act of combat and aggressiveness. Yeah, defensively, they do quite well as well, but I have not really seen Immortals handling defensive positions in the past. But yeah, I would love to see them handle some defensive positions real quick, because I know Outsiders can do both aggressiveness, being aggressive and being defensive at the same time. I've seen Immortals being aggressive, and boy oh boy, I wouldn't want to be on the other end of their guns. I wouldn't want those barrels from Immortals pointed at me. Alright, so Active Gaming right now just looting away at the edge of the zone right there. The spot they are in right now requires them to actually be a little bit more active, a little bit more aware of their surroundings, because right now this position they are is more or less like an hotspot. As you can see, just as I said, that a team just drove by them, and allowing team to pass by you this easily could cost you in the long run, because if the zone pops away from you, then you would have a number of teams already waiting for you at the edge of the zone. Thereby, you've already shot yourself in the foot. But I do know that most of these teams, they have their own strats. And as I was saying that, you can see Active Gaming already packing up and getting to move a little bit deeper into the zone to get better positioning, which is actually, it does seem like to be a very good play right there. And that's some nice skin on that vehicle right there, looking really Halloween-ish. So, well. Ooh, definitely. Just as I said most of the teams are already gearing up to move up into this zone. Oddworld and Immortals really close to each other right on the Rozok Hill. as Outsiders has finally found their way into Water City just after Immortals moved right out of that one. Immortals has to be careful on that axis because Oddworld could eat them from the back and they get into a sandwich between Oddworld and Outsiders, but we'd love to see it. We'd love to see the fights happening in a bit. We still are currently on Zone 1. Zone 2 is slowly but surely creeping in, and we are yet to lose. Oh, I think we've lost a team already, my bad. We did lose a team earlier on to Outsiders, I believe. And yeah, they landed Rosoc with Outsiders, and boy oh boy, it wasn't looking good for them. They got all cleared out. Alright, so Immortals right now already packing up and making their move, going a little bit deeper, venturing deeper into that zone, sending MFP OP straight forward to be the scout. I do love when I see teams doing this. They send someone that is quick on his feet, quick with his wit, and could maneuver very, very dangerous situations and gather information as well. They send him forward, send him to check out areas, send him to go on high grounds, scan the whole area, make sure the position where they're trying to come to is totally free and they can hold it for the time being. Then the rest of the team actually crashes in. This is basically one of the strategies you're seeing right here from Immortals right there. And you see a lot of these teams heading for high ground where they could actually hit it up onto surrounding positions around them. They spotted a vehicle off in the distance. You see them also trying to take in as much vehicle as they can, so they could, in cases where they do not have enough cover, they could use the vehicle as solid cover, blow it up and use it as solid cover, which is yet another basic tip. I don't know, I feel I shouldn't be giving out all these tips for free. But anyways, I am giving you guys 7 days free trial today, so let's go. All right, so Oddworld right now, you can see them positioning themselves quite well in that school area. It's going to be a tough one for them to defend if a team crashes this position. I do love the spread out they have right there. 3 in the building, and then 3 in the main school building, and then 1 right in the swimming pool area. The 3 in the main building could actually converge onto each other really quickly, but if a squad crashes this position right now, the guy inside that swimming pool area could be in a bit of a pinch. But right now the zone is not even on them. I think the next zone has popped, and we are currently in zone 2, so Oddworld might need to actually pack up and move in. As you can see, that zone go, but it's still quite centered to the first arbitrary popping we have right there. We hardly see this kind of zone pops over in Erangel, so yeah, it's totally unexpected. Most of these teams might not really know how to react to it, but there's also a possibility that we are still going to see a Sosnovka Island zone pop at the end of the match. So you can see most of these teams are not fully committing to either sides of the maps right there. Some are still waiting at the edge of the bridge right there, trying to see if they could push back into Sosnovka, but it's looking like it's going to be on the main. We'll check it out. Lots of teams rotating around this axis. LFG might be in a bit of a pinch as Traitor finds them rotating into that zone. Oh boy, that was a close one though. I think Traitor wants to chase this. Does he want to chase this? It's been a while. I've seen some car chase right there. So Rogod are looking to actually hold this hilltop. It's a delicate position to hold. I wouldn't advise if I were a player of them to hold, because they have so many high grounds around them and they could get shot upon. Yeah, so you can see Traitor is going to be moving right out of that position and moving way deeper into the zone as well. Boy oh boy, are we on for a time of our life today, as most of these teams are still currently alive. 12 teams right now still alive. I think we've lost just 2. 45 players in this lobby. Oh, check it out. Rogue Gods might just be running into Immortals' ass. Oh, just as I mentioned, Immortals is getting it hard on both sides right now. And check it out. Immortals down 2 players. Munchies currently bleeding off. Sahil confirmed by shell shock downhill right there. Munchies slowly crawling back to Umar to see if he could get that revive in real quick. They are currently sandwiched in between 2 teams, and the smokes are getting popped right now by MFP. This is a position you don't want to be. Traitor will be sending in the nades as House of Anubis is currently rotating off in the distance. Will Storm be stopping over there to Kratos to see if he could hit it up onto them, but doesn't seem that will be happening right now. Rogue Ghost currently looking for the angle onto Immortals right now. Will they be able to push up in as Traitor is the first man in, but no! He gets taken down real quick. Kratos has been forced to push up in, but yet another team is going to be passing straight by. That's going to be YOLO Cup. YOLO Cup passing through that one without any issue. as Traitor is currently just bleeding off, and Immortals decides to dip from that position a bit. What is happening with Immortals? They just dipped a little bit from that position, probably trying to get a better positioning to eat it up onto the air right now. And yeah, still Traitor probably bleeding off right there. And check it out. Oof. Immortals Sahil already down. House of Anubis still off in the distance, probably just looking to get a couple of shots in. Bye. Oh man, Rogue Gods be eating it up right now. Check it out. He finds Storm. Will he be able to get the eating onto Storm right now? The shots will be ringing out in a bit. Reflex OP finds MFP. Finds MFP dropping him right now. Oh, this circle is a little bit tight for these guys. Rogue Gods, House of Anubis, Immortals, currently all in this axis. Traitor has been revived, but they lost Kratos in that battle right there. Immortals still off in the distance. House of Anubis just right behind them, looking to get a couple of third-party shots in. Grenade ringing left, right, and center. Traitor has got to be careful on this one. He might be overextending that hill. You don't want to overextend. Oh, I just told you, but nice one from Reflex OP, covering the back of his teammate right there. That's some nice communication right there from Rogue Gods. As you can see, Traitor getting it up, but nope, Reflex is not today, bro. Not today. You ain't get my teammate right now. So I reckon it's going to be Munchies left up alive right now for Immortals. Immortals not looking good on this axis, as they are currently sandwiched and stuck in between two really good teams. They are also a top-notch team right there, and it's going to be a tough one for them to get out of, as House of Anubis is well spread out right behind them, trying to catch them at every or any angle that they want to use to get out of that position right now. Reflex OP does want to push up forward, as Traitor is giving him that cover right from behind. Will this push? What do you know? Kage finding the guys from outside. That's through a lot of viewpoints right there, just shooting through the window, shooting through the marks, shooting through the tree, and pre-firing every single available point that the outsiders could pop out from. And right now you can see both parties do seem to have lost a couple of health, as Zero is slowly but surely healing up right now. Check it out, outsiders. Two of them already on red bars. What's going on that other side? Nice one from Kage. Look at the angle he's from. That zone is a lot tighter right now. We got Active Gaming sitting straight center. 9 teams, 33 players still alive. RIP to the guys that are currently rendering badly right now. House of Anubis on the edge, packing up to move into the zone. That is a pretty nice vehicle you got here. 01. I want one of that, boy. I really do want one of that. Alright, so Storm, Fex, Pronto, and Ilios already packing up, moving into that zone. You can see they still got a full squad alive, and it's looking all shades of priority, as Active Gaming is still up with 0 kills right now. And oh, does seem like House of Anubis wants to scout out that building. They definitely just spotted a couple of them in this distance. Oh, he's just shotted Bondi up top, and he's going to open fire. Oh, he was able to tag him up a little bit. They sent 2 man up. Wait. Another team is currently assaulting that position right now, a shot towards them. You can see Predators is already crashing that building. Oh, this is about to go really south for one of these teams, because House of Anubis is definitely going to this third party as Active Game trying to distract him. Ooh, but Pronto goes down right behind as Ilios gets the final kill onto On God, and it's going to be left with 1 man to 1 man. Kizan to Fex, but Fex clutches it, I believe. Yeah, Fex clutches it for House of Anubis, and House of Anubis currently with a total of, man, that's a lot of kills. 9, 12, 16 kills right there. Outsiders in second place right there with 10 kills. On God with 0. Shell Shock with a total of 6 in 4th place. LXJ with 0. Man, that was some beautiful gameplay right there from House of Anubis. Even though their positioning was a bit, they were a bit at a disadvantage towards the closing end, because outsiders did have the high ground, but they still actually made it work. And yeah, On God literally played the survivor game, went for the placement points right there. You do know this is the qualifying stage, and you want to be a part of the top 8 right there. So going for the placement points actually in this particular situation is not a bad play, because it actually gets you that position you want in the leaderboard right there. But you do know that when you go into the finals of the finals right there, you want to balance out both your placement points and your kill points at the same time. But right now, ain't nothing bad actually trying to, you know, make it up the list with the placement points, play, surviving, and all. So yes, I do love the gameplay I saw today from outside House of Anubis, Outsiders, even Oddworld today for surviving that long in the game. So we'll currently be back in a few minutes with yet another game, but do not forget that this is PUBG Mobile E-Series, currently sponsored by Lagos State Government, Ogun State Government, my X3 and HPA as well. And the prize money for PUBG Mobile right now is $4,000, with first place currently going on with a total of $2,000. As second place will be clutching that $1,000 prize money, and third place will be going with $750, and the fourth place will also take something home. It's not just for the first three. You struggle to get up to the fourth place, you are definitely going to take something home. And you're also going home with a whooping sum of $250 right there. So we'll be right back. Don't touch the dial. We'll be right back, guys. how this one is going to play out, as you know, each team always play to their strengths in different maps. So you see the way some teams play changes according to the map. Some teams go from completely defensive to being totally aggressive in certain maps. You see maps like Sanok, you see a lot of these teams being really, really aggressive. But anyways, Great Bear does seems to be having a lot of this team on. Ooh, that Great Bear area is looking really, really concentrated as Yellow Cup, Oddworld. And what is going on with the zones today? The first zone popping today is just really crazy, as this one is coming in completely south right there. About 1/3 already water. Oh, nice. Jesse finds the first man and takes him down from Lone Survivor. The last game we had, I think Lone Survivor suffered in the hands of outsiders. So they landed on each other over at Rozok in the last month. But right now, outsiders and Lone God are currently eating it up onto each other. And one man is already down to Jersey. But I believe the revive is already getting up. But oh, Jesse gets that bike. And is he looking to go finish his queue? Or does he want to pick up Andrew along the way? Oh, it does seem like that is what they want. They want that early fight. They are pushing in. Andrew coming in on foot right behind. And check it out. Jesse jumps in. That is one crazy man. Oh, this man has no... He's going to go for the punch right there. What is he trying to do? Jesse finds him and down goes the bozo. All right. Lone Survivor out in 13th place. Outsiders up by 2 kill counts right there, and they will be getting more loot to their advantage right now. Such an unfortunate start right there for Lone Survivors. Well, looking pretty good right there for outsiders. This man's already got a good body armor right there. Still lacking in the helmet department, but definitely we'll be finding some off later. Water treatment right now all alone with outsiders. As Active Gaming right now, ooh, they've got Oddworld really close to them. It's got to be careful on this one. Rosicine and Annie might be looking to eat it up onto each other, but Aids also is looking towards that direction, hoping to see if he could lend a couple of shots towards Rosicine's direction to help her out. One runs out, is trying to be careful right there, but he's got to be really, really careful because he might be exposed to yet another Oddworld player on the left side. Rosicine is in a bit of a pinch, caught in between Groot and Annie. I wouldn't want to be you right now. So she's trying to play it safe. You can see her going head on straight for that building, and Genos gets sourced out right now by Meatballs. Thank you, Meatballs. Meatballs finds Genos. He's going to finish him off right up. So 3 man left up alive. That's K, Annie, and Groot for Oddworld. Active Gaming already up by 1 kill count right there. See how that one actually goes for them. I feel like the Oddworld guys are playing a bit too passively because I reckon one of them, Groot, knows Rosicine is right in front of that building. It's a bit hesitant to push up in, and I don't know. If you know you have the advantage, it's best to take it as early as possible. But they're definitely going to be looking for a way to get that shot into Rosicine right now. Annie right behind her also trying to get the shot in. I feel like there's a lack of communication as well in between these teams, because you can see Groot moving away from that position instead of trying to move up towards the teammate and give him the numbers advantage against Rosicine right now. Oh, Rosicine already dropping out of that building and moving straight back. K is going to come back towards this position right now. They are kind of spread out, and Active Gaming is actually holding different angles quite well. They got 8 right at the back. No. They got Rosicine right at the back of 3 of Oddworld. So if Oddworld tries to dip from this fight, there's definitely going to be someone shooting at them. And they got the rest of Active Gaming lined up right in front of them. So they are basically sandwiched between Active Gaming right now, between all players of Active Gaming. And we are looking to see how this one is going to turn out for Oddworld. One thing I know is Rosicine has got to be careful on that end that she's currently in, because if she gets caught out in the open right there, she's going to get trusted. Trust me, that's definitely going to happen. You don't knock someone in this kind of competition and let them go easy. All right, so we are currently just going to be watching what's going on right here as Rosensin is playing it chill, and you can see it does seem like 8 is having some nice communication right over there with Rosensin, as him and Meatballs are currently pushing over towards that direction to give us some support. Emmy definitely just picked up the footstep right there from Rosensin. He's got to be careful because the rest of Active Gaming are right behind him, and he might be in a tough spot. I think he just got himself sandwiched right now. You can see what I'm talking about. He just got himself sandwiched. He's getting shot right now by Meatball on the left side, and Rosensin is also coming in to take a couple of shots in right there. You can see that is Meatballs coming in right there. I don't know, how does he want to? So, oh yeah, he was actually able to push up onto Rosensin, get a couple of shots in, but no, Rosensin weaving that one. That's a nice movement. Nice, swift movement right there from Rosensin. Actually reacting to that shot with great reflex. It's going to be Groot and K left up alive right now. Ted Bundy already on that angle, hoping to catch them on the retreat. Oh man, oh man. You can see that Bundy is currently pushing up in. He might have to go against 2 guns right now. You don't want to get caught right there, bro. Check it out. We can't find him from that window. Is he checking the window? K and Groot, are they checking the window? No, they are not checking it. So Ted knows of their position because he definitely just saw them and heard them move into that position, and he will be calling on to the rest of his teammates. You can see him is already preparing the nade. This one might be getting Groot right there. Oh, that might be a bit too far in. Definitely too far in. Definitely too far in. Groot might not be dying to that one today. So Ted Bundy already making that move to get a better angle onto their position. Does he want to breach this building? Is he looking to breach the building? I know he's got the nade in and using utilities to his advantage, using echolocation, like the sound of their foot and everything, to find their position, to send in the nades and all sorts towards their position right there. So we'd like to see how that one turns out for Oddworld right now, as they are still eating it up with Active Gaming. Already lost to Emmy and Genos to Active Gaming right now, and Active Gaming is looking to assault them a lot more. But what I don't know is they're delaying a lot more, because you see it's just one active gamer that is currently pushing up that Ted Bundy that is pushing up. When you still have 4 men alive, why not assault all together? You know you've taken down 2. There you go. Ted Bundy finds K and drops him while House of Anubis already eating it up onto YOLO Cup off in the distance. Man, it's not looking good for Oddworld, as Groot finds Ted Bundy and takes him down. Will he actually be able to finish him? Yep, he finishes him off immediately, and he's looking for Meatballs, but no, the rest of the team is going to come in, and that is going to be it. But that engagement right there, Active Gaming shouldn't have lost a member. They played that quite wrongly. The team should have pushed together. They delayed so much to push, even though they know the other team was at a major disadvantage. And when they finally did, they didn't do it quite well. Anyways, House of Anubis and YOLO Cup currently are eating up on each other, as, that is going to be just 1 man left up alive for YOLO Cup, I believe, as Emrys is also down, and the nades are going to be ringing in this kind of buildings. When you get assaulted by a team that has plenty nades in hand, boy, that is going to be, they don't even need to push up into the building. They just need to keep sending in the nades. Sending the nades. All right, that is going to be it for YOLO Cup, out in 11th place, and House of Anubis up by 4 kill count right there to their spreadsheet. They are actually looking real good in Group B. I believe they are currently topping that. I believe they are they're in the top 4, top 5 of that leaderboards over in Group B. Good job from them, always giving us very, very, very impressive performance game after game. So right now we are looking to see where our next zone will be popping, which is going to be, that has gone down south. Our Shell Shock is down just right at the center of it, or Rogos is not too far off from them. We do know Immortals is also in that area. Los Leones, if this zone finishes in Los Leones, we are going to see an amazing set of fights, because fights in between buildings when the zones are pushing you in can be a lot of trouble. and you have to be swift on your feet, know how to work with the windows, jump from different doors, use different outlets to actually get your shots and needs in. So we'd love to see it as Blanc will also be trying to push up in from that Puerto Paraiso, trying to push up into that zone. LXG down south needs to also come in through that bridge. They need to do that really quickly before a team decides to, you know, bridge camp them. So we'd love to see how that one turns out in a bit. Immortals just be chilling on top of this hilltop, trying to see if they could catch anyone off in the distance. I hear a couple of shots coming out from Immortals right there. Could be a bit of testing here and there. You see a lot of these guys just testing, trying to scare enemies away. If you see an enemy driving towards your position, you try to scare them away. But we do know on the leaderboard right now for Group B, we have Shell Shock in the first place with a total of 60 points. So I haven't really seen much from Shell Shock today, but let's see if they will actually be able to hold on to that leaderboard position right there. But House of Anubis definitely does seem like they might be coming into that first place today after that beautiful gameplay they got earlier on. That is going to be they actually finished first earlier on with a boatload of kills, so I believe they might be snatching up the first place position. Also, another team that we were looking at right there was Immortals. They are currently in third position as well, as Active Game is really close behind them. The point difference between these teams, these top 4 teams, are not that much. Even the top 5 teams, Outsiders of Fisher in 5th place, just in fact less than 30 points between them. A well placed game from each of these teams will push them really high up right there. So we got Shell Shock currently defending this compound, thinking a couple of shots towards Rogue God. It's not looking too good for Rogue God right there, but they still have Traitor up that hill. And you know Rogue God is currently sitting pretty in 7th place with it on the leaderboard, and they don't want to go out right now in 10th place. It's going to really hurt their standings right there, so they need to find a way to actually survive. Shell Shock just sitting pretty. You know they have this zone, they have this compound with lots and lots of covers. They even have extra melt, extra ammo that they could come back to pick up if need be. Check it out. Professor has his eye trained straight up onto Traitor. Sometimes I look at the way Rogue Gods played and I'm kind of impressed because I can see them. They got 2-man centered, but the 2-man they got centered is actually exposed. But if what they were thinking to do actually worked,